Welcome to episode 3. Today we do actually build a coal mine. Okay, so we are back in Winterhome and we are using more coal than we are producing, which is not something that you can maintain over a long period of time. So for now we're going to switch our coal just to see. Okay, so that has resolved it temporarily. The temperature is going to go up on day 12 or halfway through day 12, and that will improve the situation slightly. But again, coal does become a tightly managed resource unless you follow along with what I'm doing. As well as food as well, you do have to maintain everything. Okay, so let's speed up time as we are collecting, and we have now researched the bunkhouse. So at the previous episode we were researching the bunkhouse and we can now build it, but of course we also have people incoming, so let's do maybe what do we want to do research wise. There are quite a few that we need to do. It's just a case of which you end up doing first. So of course you have a resource depot upgrade, medical post upgrade, but let's go with the medical post upgrade because at the moment we have 10 people that are sick and 2 people that are waiting for a bed. We will build more medical facilities, but again we've got all of those tents constructed. Everyone has a home, that's the important thing, just as the people arrive into the city, so no one is homeless. Okay, so those were the people that we rescued in the previous episode. Let's send these guys back out to the observatory. Okay, and we now have more people, so we can now staff our buildings. Any buildings that weren't fully staffed before. Let's turn our automatron off on our coal thumper and turn him on our steel mill, because we do need steel. We've got 438 wood, but we have very little steel at the moment. Okay, let's put more people into food as well. So we've got our 3 hunting lodges, both 2 fully staffed, one with only 12 out of 15 employees. And again, we shall carry on. We will also expand our science buildings as well in this episode, so it runs to about 16 minutes, and as you can see our coal consumption is now quite positive. We could probably do with checking the temperatures, but again let's fast forward. We're going to put in a resource depot because at the moment our wood is full. And we're also out of steel. Fantastic, but at least the automatron is working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on working on it. Now at the moment, of course, everything is fairly cold. We could turn on the overdrive, but again, let's speed up time a bit. We've now got like 19 people sick. I know why, because our steam hub is not currently operating. Let's put that to wood. So we've now got more storage capacity for wood. And again, that's a nice little storage building. Each time you build these buildings, it puts down a random one, so it does give your city kind of a differing landscape as you're building it. You can see that descent is rising, but I've skipped forwards. Descent has gone down because I've re-switched the steam hub onto 24 hours a day rather than working hours, and we need this, so that will be protected. See how the steam hub is highlighted white? That means that medical post will benefit from the steam hub. Our medical post upgrade has just been researched. Lovely, because we now have 20 people that are sick and we need to do some more research. The steel wreckage has now become depleted, so we will need to probably dismantle our collecting post. Okay, so the sun is dimming. Instead of astronomers, we are met by some of our lost people. They explain that they came here for help but found everybody dead. The astronomers continued their observations until they starved to death. So what was so important for them? They wrote it up in their diaries. The loss of sunlight can't be explained solely by the fouling of the atmosphere. So again, it's one of those things in the lore of Frostpunk that we don't know entirely why everything has turned into a frozen wasteland, but it has. Let's get in some extra road. seeing as we do have quite the excess of wood at the moment, so we might as well. And we can build some additional, oh, let's actually bring that back up again, some additional tents. So that will be protected by the steam hub, as will that, that will not. So that will be cold, so that will be one of the first ones to upgrade to a bunkhouse. But again, as the road and everything else starts construction, we've also built a second storage depot, which we will use for food, so that we can store additional rations. Okay, again, we need more research, so going to the research tab, what do we want? We want coal mining. Coal mining is essential relatively early in the game. So as you can see, we're only on day 12, and we do need to research coal mining because we want to massively increase our coal production so that we are able to survive when the temperature begins its more brutal drops later in the game. Okay, so again, I just keep cutting forwards. What we do want to do is start building bunkhouses. So these are bunkhouses, and we'll start with that one that is not protected by the steam hub, and all of this back row as well. We can only afford to do 3 because that's how much steel we've got. And again, some more people just arrived in the city, and we actually have 13 that are homeless. So we do need some additional properties. So it's probably worth expanding the path of our city and putting in some additional roads so that we can put in additional housing once we've got the resources to be able to build and upgrade them. Okay, again, we might as well increase that now that we've got some additional people, and our housing situation has now resolved itself because the bunkhouses weren't complete. They were now, so we didn't actually need the additional housing. I had got the numbers right for the incoming people. So again, skipping forwards, we're upgrading another house to a bunkhouse. Let's go to the laws and have a look. There's quite a few different ones that we haven't unlocked yet. Cemetery is worth doing over corpse disposal, and fighting arena and sustain life. Sustain life is recommended over radical treatment just for the long term of the game. But again, we'll go over each of those laws as we apply them going forwards. So again, another morning. Everyone's off to work. Lovely stuff. Let's have a quick check. So we're producing 528 a day and only using 346. But we do have the sick people. But checking our temperatures, everything is looking relatively good. Again, skipping forwards, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build out an area to A, there's a coal pile there, and B, we might as well build the continuing roads round. So let's use some of the excess wood that we've got just to get this all done. Did that build all the way around? I think it did. Let's move out the way of the steam. There we go. Because at the moment, as you can see, I've got the game paused. Okay, again, let's put in the roads, because what we can then do is expand this housing section. So that looks okay. And again, we might as well put road round the back here as well. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, again, speed up time. Let's have a quick look what's going on here. Okay, so we were down by 1 engineer, so we put him in, and as you can see, we've got 15 in medical care and 6 now that are waiting for medical care. So gathering post resources depleted, so time to deconstruct. So dismantle building, and that will be taken apart. Our coal mine is nearly researched, so that'll be the next thing to build. Again, let's put in another hunter's hut as well, and we'll connect that up with a road going forwards as well, just for neatness. So let's connect that. There we go. Now it does dislink the hunter's huts, but you know, it doesn't really matter. And again, just put in some extra road. Coal mining researched. Here we go. So it is time to build our first coal mine, which will use one of our steam cores. Okay, so where do we want to put it? On the left or the right hand slot? There is a third slot as well, so you can have 3 active coal mines. And again, we need to connect it up with some path. Probably worth going, actually no, Which way should we go? Should we go from the housing? No, I think we'll go slightly further out, maybe and across. So let's build across, over, and then down. There we go. So that will connect it all up. Again, steam core. So a word of advice, we've just used our first steam core. Steam cores are a necessary component in advanced technology, and we can't manufacture them. Okay, fair enough. Next piece of research that we need to do is going to be, let's have a look, generator power upgrade. So we haven't done that yet, so worth doing, because we want to be able to deal with the colder weather when it arrives. And again, skip forwards. So we're going to put in another workshop next to the other two that we've already built to increase the proficiency of our research. And it stacks about 4 times, so I always tend to have 4. I've never found that I've needed more than 4 science labs, and the bonus to research speed does go through. Now we might as well build some more bunkhouses as well, because you slowly want to upgrade all of your housing stock to bunkhouses. Now it is going to cost 10 steel, so we can only do 2. But that's fine. Now again, we've got some homeless people now, of course, because we're building new houses. So as soon as one of those is finished, there we go, we've got no homeless, and we want to run the coal mine and turn the heater on. And again, speed up time, because what we will eventually want to do is get a steam hub there as well to keep our miners warm. Okay, right, so resource-wise, what do we want to do? We want to build another resource depot, and that will be for storing coal, because our supply, you can see, is red, so it does need to be improved. It's just deciding where to put it. Yeah, let's put it over there. And again, speed up time, to get things moving along nicely as we come towards the end of the episode. There we go, our science lab has been built. So workshop, although I call it a science lab, and we're now producing 768 coal a day, and the power generator upgrade is on its way to being fully researched. And just in the nick of time, because we are going to get a cold spell. So generator power upgrade researched, fantastic, and we're going to store coal in there, and it's automatically going up to the next level. So our consumption is still good, we're at 530 out of 768 a day, and we have now got steam production at level 2 coming out of the generator. What else do we want to do? We want to keep upgrading our houses. So again, we're out of steel, that's fine. We're going to put this to 24 hours again. Let's have a look at our consumption. Yep, we're still in the green, so that's fine. And we're at steam level 2. Now, again, more research. What do you want to do next? We want to upgrade our resource depot, but we don't have enough steel at the moment. We've still got 180 wood in range of our woodcutter, so that's fine. It's all the stuff that you just constantly have to keep an eye on. We can of course put another gathering post here for the coal, but at the moment we've only got 6 unemployed people. So again, just going to speed up time again. Just run through as everything's being constructed, and now we've got enough steel, we can start the resource depot upgrade, or oh no, we need a bit more for that. We need 25 steel to go for drafting machines. So drafting machines would be good. I never tend to go for the charcoal kiln. I've never needed it. Sawmill upgrade is worth doing, and then of course the steam upgrade to the sawmill is also worth doing. But that will be for later episodes. As long as everything here, you can see, it's all nice and warm. So everyone's nice and cozy. Don't have to worry about the cold too much at the moment. Even when it drops down 1 level, everyone should remain comfortable. There we go, speed up time. Scouts have reached the large convoy, fantastic. Oh, we found more survivors. They sought winter home. Okay, well, we're always going to escort the survivors to the city, otherwise some of them may well die on the journey, but let's hover over and see how many people it is. 19 engineers, 26 people. Okay, so we will escort them to the city to ensure they arrive safely. Okay, so we've got more people incoming. That means we do need to build more housing, and that will also mean that we will need another steam hub as well. But we do have 19 hours, so we may as well build this. And again, what we're going to want to do is put a base in of some tents. So we'll put the tents in, and then we will upgrade them. But we'll also need to put in a steam hub as well. So we're slowly getting our resources, of course. Our steel is slowly ticking up. We've got 20 steel now. So we can put in a steam hub, which we want to put in so it doesn't overlap too much with the other one. That's probably about right. Yep, we're out of steel, but now we can go to people and we can build the tents, and they will be warm. So we can put in all 5 of those. There we go. That will be enough for 50 people, which is more than the people that are in the group, so that's fine. And that is it for today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Till next time, all it leaves me to say is good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and from me, Know It All Gaming, good night, and see you on the next episode.